What's up, my fellow gamers? How's it going? I just made a Borderlands 3 rant, but today I want to talk about sunk costs. And this is one of the tactics the game industry has been taking into effect recently. And Borderlands 3 kind of made the kind of inspired me to make this video. So, first of all, I'm a business major, so for anyone that's not a business major or just doesn't know business in general, I don't know if anyone watches these. Anyways, a sunk cost is a cost that has already been incurred in the past and cannot be recovered. They are excluded from future business decisions because the cost will remain the same regardless of the outcome of the decision or a decision. And I feel like most gaming companies are doing this because they realize people bought this game. They invested enough money into this game to buy it, to even play it. And people have already spent this money, especially Borderlands 3, Anthem, games like this in the past. Think of a game anywhere from 2015 to now, and they will probably be a bad game. Unfinished, very buggy, laggy, glitchy, FPS drops, whatever it is. It's going to have some sort of technical problems. But the thing is, people will play this because they already invested their money in this. And it's hard to understand this because, yeah, like in my perspective, I feel like every dollar you spend on a game should be every hour of enjoyment you play. So if you spend $60 on the game, you should have at least 60 hours of enjoyment, maybe even more. I definitely have the games like that in the past. But the thing is, you have to spend the money in order for the hours. Now, I want to say Fallout 76. Let's go with that example. I don't know much about Borderlands 3, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's the day after Borderlands 3. But I want to talk about, Fallout 76. People already paid the $6 price for that, right? Now, the game is probably, I don't know about the full length of the game. It's probably around 7 or 8 hours, maybe a little bit more for the story, kind of. Don't quote me on that. But what is interesting about this game is that people have already bought the game and they expect a full experience out of it. But Bethesda totally lied about that. It's like, it's so buggy, AI bugs, they're glitchy. It's not a full finished game. People expected to want a full complete game, something like Fallout 4, a perfect game, you know? But no, they didn't get that. They didn't get that one bit at all because they already sunk their money into this. They can't return it. They can't refund it. They didn't even allow refunds for it because it's not the game they expected. So, and Bethesda won't allow it. And I feel like that's a big turn down because, again, a sunk cost is already something you already spent your money on. You can't, there's nothing you can do about it. And I feel like that's kind of like the same with Borderlands 3. Don't quote me on anything. This is just opinions. But I feel like everyone spent their money on Borderlands 3 because they wanted a hype. They wanted a new game. But they're expecting a lot of hours. They're probably going to get a lot of hours. They're just not going to enjoy the hours because it's going to be FPS drops, glitches, crazy amount of technical issues. They're not going to like. They're not expecting. But the thing is, people should expect this. People should expect a full game on launch. I expect a full game on launch. Hell. But I'm not going to get that. I know I'm not going to get that. That's why I'm the smartest person on gaming. I know what these companies are pulling. These gamers need to wake up. And they shouldn't sink their money into a game they think they're going to enjoy. They need to wait. That's why every other smart person like me in the gaming industry needs to wake up and buy the games much later than the release date. All these companies are waiting for people to buy this game, and then later on, much later on, fix it. It's just, that's what's going to happen, and I feel like they're not going to get that, and, sorry, I have a bad cough, but once they get that game, they already spent the money, and their investment's gone. Like, I know $60, maybe more, is a lot for a video game these days, especially an unfinished one, and it's just frustrating. And yeah, I know what I play with my hair. It's fun sometimes. It gets in the way of the video. It distracts me, and I like to rub my hair. Anyways, I'm going on a lot of tangents. It's just a sunk cost is just very important to realize, and um, it's a decision that people make. But the thing is, it's something they don't think about. It's like every time you get gas, like yeah, you need gas. It's kind of like you kind of need video games, especially if you are a gamer. If not, it's fine. You don't need a video game. But if you are a gamer and you play and you like and see a title you want, you're probably going to buy it. But the thing is, you have to be smart about how much you're going to pay for that game and how much gas you're going to use up. And it's not something we normally think about. Every time we get a game, every time we get gas, it's there. We already spent the money on it, and therefore we have to use it. But we have to be smart about what we put into it. If I'm going to go exactly like, I don't know, 200 miles, I'm going to put like around 250. I'm not going to pull like a whole tank of gas. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyways, a sunk cost is something like you put all your money into and you're expecting a lot out of it. But people need to wake up and realize this is a tactic employed by businesses, and especially in the game industry, I don't want these companies to get the money because people already spent the money, and it's exciting because there's nothing I can do. It's a sunk cost fallacy. That's what the official term is. People expect to get the full money of the enjoyment of their money. Sorry, and gaming companies are not doing that. They're creating an unfinished game, or they're adding aggressive microtransactions where you can't enjoy the game, especially on a pay-to-win system. That's not fair. People shouldn't expect that. It's unfair to the consumer, and it's unfair to everyone, except for the company, the developer, of course. But it's just the reason of why these sunk costs are bad is this that people have an obligation. It's part of people's personality. It's part of human nature. Is that once we get invested in something, it's hard to leave. If we invest in too heavily in a sports team, yeah, we're not going to leave, especially if they're doing well. Take the Warriors, for example. For anyone who lives in California, yeah, they're going to love the Warriors. They're doing great, and you spend a lot of time and energy knowing the players, getting used to all their plays, knowing what their personalities are like, that you're too heavily invested in this game, the team, that you don't want to switch. And it's the same. It's the same. Sports and video games seem to be the same hobby for many. It's just different in some aspects, especially when it comes to esports. But that's basically it. Like the whole sunk cost fallacy is this. What basically, in my terms, is once you pay for something, you're kind of invested into that thing. There's no way out. And people need to wake up and realize this when they buy a game, is that they need to make sure it's actually finished. But the thing is, no games are ever finished these days. It's hard. Now, that's not true. There's some games that are finished, but it's hard to find those games. And I just feel like it's based on your style. Otherwise, if you really enjoy a game and you buy it, you have to make sure it's finished. Make sure it's fully finished, but it's impossible. That's why I never buy a game. But anyways, that's kind of like the gist, and I just need people to be aware of what a sunk cost is so they don't get caught in a trap. Anyways, I'm ranting. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Hope gamers are doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. Anyways, peace, guys. See you later.